Have you admit all? All right, so is everyone in? Can you all hear me? So I don't want it to be like the last session where I started off muted. So if you could hear me, just say yes in the chat box. All right, okay, so you guys can hear me already. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Hope that, hold on here. Okay, so hope that the first two sessions was good for you and you guys have already created your Facebook page, Facebook and your Instagram account. Hope that it was helpful. All right, so by today, like I told you, you had two homeworks basically. You had to go home and you had to share your first post, create your page first and share your posts. So when the so basically whatever traffic that you have created within the 4 days, for the past 4 days, this is when you are going, this is how I'm going to teach you how you're going to analyze your traffic. All right. So before we start with the actual Instagram analytics, I'm going to start with our small news column. All right, so like every session we started with some kind of news. So this one is if you have followed me in the first two sessions, I told you how all these big corporate companies, retail companies have filed for bankruptcy. Thai Airways have filed for bankruptcy protection. So those were all the negative side of it. But today I would just like to show the slight better, somewhat good side, that the good news are basically. So these are three people. You can go read up this article if you want. So these are these three people. So they are basically in the industries that are very, very heavily affected by the COVID-19. So you can see Bettina is in the food industry. And then there's also Movement X. I mean, Miss Dr. Fred, who's in the physical therapy. And there's also Charlotte, who's in the event planning industry. So you can see that these industries are probably the ones which is heavily affected. Event planning, you cannot gather events. But these people were innovative enough and they immediately adapt to the changing situation. So for example, I will just give one example. If you're more interested to read further about how these people innovate, they quickly adapt to the changes, you see. So I would just give one example, which is on the event planning company. What they did is, because now they cannot gather people for events. So, but still they are now hosting online events, meaning they host virtual events for people. So for example, one example is when these people would gather all these prominent speakers and people would pay to join the virtual event. So in some way, it is still an event management company because they are gathering people for the conference or so on and so forth. So all these offline, they brought it online, which means that, yeah, they still have a loss of revenue, but they are still sustaining. That's the important part, sustainability right now. All right, so these are, you can go read these stories for if you are in this industry and if you think that these ideas can work for you, you can definitely go read this up. All right, so that's the small column for today. And then now we'll go on to the Facebook and Instagram analytics. All right, so I'm not sure whether this slide is clear for you. I'll make it big. Okay, so we'll start with Facebook. So Facebook basically has Facebook Insights. So this is where it's basically the behind of your post. Can we please have everyone muted? All right. So this is basically what features that Facebook Insights actually provide to you. You can benchmark, meaning you can set your target and then you can, based on whatever your performance is, you can benchmark your target performance, all right? And you can identify all of these comparison, and then you can choose which is your best post types. Advanced filtering, we won't cover that today because it's a bit very advanced, because most of these are basically beginners. And then when your fans are online, when are your followers online, so you can actually identify all of these key points, and which will basically help you increase your engagement. All right, so I'll go to the next slide. So if you have a Facebook page, go into your Facebook page right now. And when you go to your Facebook page, if you are the admin, you should be able to see this insights column. All right, this insights button is where all the data is. So you have make sure to click here. I hope everyone, you have already opened your Facebook page. All right, so click on this, and when you click on this, it should bring you to this page. All right, so we will be basically in today's session, we will be analyzing all of these data here. All right, so whatever posts you have made, Facebook has actually compiled all of these data based on your followers, likes, reach, page views, and so on and so forth. So I'll go all of these data, I'll go through with you about these data one by one. All right, so first we'll go through the overview page. Basically, this is the first page there. So this is just a very brief review of your performance. So actions of a page means how many people actually click on your website, meaning how many you have your details there, right? Your address means that's get location. If you have a website, they click on your website. So these are basically how many people actually actions on page does not include your page likes, page sharing. All right, it includes the other data with the other when the clickable data in your about profile. All right, so get directions, click on your website, so on and so forth. And then you have your page views, meaning how many people actually viewed your page. So this one you can actually see weekly, monthly. You can see the data based on weekly, monthly, yearly, if I'm not mistaken. All right. And then you have page previews. Previews means how many people actually the preview of the page lah, basically, meaning how many people search for Siki and they had seen the preview, but they never clicked on it. All right, let me just see what's in the chat. Can we please accept everyone?
Yeah, there's people waiting.
Is everyone accepted? Okay. So that's the main three. So these are basically very general ones. You can't really deduce anything, or this one is just for your overall performance. Nothing, you cannot derive anything from this yet. All right. Page likes is basically this for 1 week. So 1 week we have got 71 likes, for example. All right. And then you have your post reach. But you see in this post reach, we have 2 lines. So what does these 2 lines indicate? So you can see here, the dark blue line indicates how many organically. Organically means when people share it or you share it to someone else, people see it. Basically, how many people it reached without you paying a single cent. All right. And then you have the paid one, which is the light blue color. All right. The turquoise color. So this one you can also see, you can compare your performance, whether you are reaching them organically or do you actually need ads. So I'm just going to throw this fun fact to you. So when you actually do this post reach, right, if you let's say you put an ad and you have organic reach as well, Facebook will automatically reduce your ad reach because they can see the potential in your organic growth. All right. So if you already have organic growth, I would say YouTube, not YouTube, but your Facebook ads will be very less useful for you. Not very less useful. It will be slightly less useful. All right. So you have your story reach. So in this case, there's no story reach yet because no stories were posted. Recommendation means how many people recommended your data. So there's basically a review or recommendation section in your page. How many people actually reviewed? All right, how many people gave you a 5-star or a 4-star? You can see the analytics here. Post engagement, this is where your likes, your post sharing, your post comments, this is where it comes in. All right, and then this is your responsiveness, which is basically your messaging information. So how responsive you are, meaning out of how many, maybe you get 2 chats, you only reply to 1. So your response rate is 50%, sorry. And then how long do you take to reply? All right. So I'll move on to I hope that this is pretty simple. I hope that all of you can easily catch on this. All right. So I'll move on to the next slide. Okay. Okay. So this is also more examples basically from different pages. So you can see this page has only 4,000 reach. This page has 109,000 reach. All right. So for what I just want to know, for your page, right, how many people do you think you should reach for you to be able to get enough engagement to generate sales? So this is a question that most of you would have. So how much should I spend on my ads? Because based on your ads and based on your budget, you will be able to somewhat calculate how many people you'll be able to reach. And from that, you will identify how many engagement and how many you can actually turn to sales. So that this is where it's very important to know how many people your pages reach to, all right? Because it's very important in identifying how much you actually need to spend on your ads, all right? Oh, no. Okay. Okay, so the next interesting thing in the so we are still in the overview page, yeah? So the next interesting thing is you can see your, this is your top 5 most recent posts. So you can see what type of posts they are, who they are targeting, meaning all of these are basically public, basically, all right? How many people it reached, your engagement, and whether you promoted it or not. I mean, whether are you going to promote it or not. You have these options. So you can see that these are basically the organic reach. Post clicks is basically this engagement comprises of post clicks and reactions. So why is this important? This is very important for you to see what type of posts do you think your people would like, all right? So if I shared with them just a caption, so you see this 14th of May, I posted a caption basically. It was just a long essay saying that we had a very, very good session. This only reached 40 people. But when I posted a video, it reached almost 197 people. So you can see what are the type of posts that people are mostly attracted to, all right? So this is also very important. So when you're doing your Facebook ads, you know what type of posts are you going to boost, all right? So I'll move on to the next one. Okay. So this is also one benefit of Facebook Insights, which is basically you can compare your page's performance to your competitors' Facebook performance. So let's say you have a hotel. You can actually compare your page performance with your competitor's page. So for example, if let's say let's say there's 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven has a Facebook page, all right? They're a very big company, right? Their competitors are basically KK Mart, Family Mart, all of these basically convenience stores. So they can actually compare their performance in terms of likes, performance from last week. Post you don't have to compare, but this engagement. So you can see whether your competitors are doing well or how much you have to back up, basically. So if they are doing well, you have to back up. If you're already there, good enough, then continue what you're doing, all right? So this is something that competitor analysis also is quite important, all right? Okay, so we'll move on to the next section, which is followers insights. So you can see, so there's two things you can do on a page, right? You can like your page, people can like your page, or they can follow your page. So this is about the followers. So followers, they have basically derived the data for you in terms of days, how many followers you have had in the day. So you can see in this day, I had a spike in the followers. So what I would do is I would see what did I post that day, what caused them to come in, because all of these people are basically my net followers, right? This is your net, that means total of organic and paid followers. And I have, luckily enough, I have no unfollows in this 2 months time. I have no unfollows, so there's no rate. Okay, so if I can see there's a spike, I would go and identify why is there a spike. I would see what is it that people like, and they suddenly come and follow me. I'll go review that post, and I'll make sure to produce more of that type of content, all right? And then you can see your trend over the period of time, how many followers you've had. So you can see in this period of time, we have actually tripled our followers. From 200, we are up to 600. So almost double lah, okay? Not that triple, okay? And then you have where your page follows happen. So you can actually derive, they basically give you this, the breakdown of it. So some people they just follow from your page, meaning they find your page and meaning they get the link to your page and they press follow, or if they press search, they search for your page and they follow, or some of them get page suggestions, meaning Facebook actually sometimes gives people page suggestions, all right, depending on what type of searches they make. All right, so this is also where your data can come, where your followers can also come in. But you can see page suggestions is quite less. It's basically from uncategorized desktop, meaning some people actually got the link to our website, they come, they click, and then they follow. All right, so it's an external source. Okay, then you have your likes inside. So just now we covered followers, now you have likes also from 200. This was taken last week, if I'm not mistaken. Now we have about 633 likes within. So yeah, so again, we've tripled the likes. All right. So you can see your trend of how your likes is going. So make sure it's always increasing. The same thing where your page likes happen on your page or people's newsfeed when they get your page not page suggestions, they see your post or they come across your post because somebody shared to their feed or something, and then they press follow, they have page suggestions or they search for it. All right, so other means there are external sources which actually get linked to our website, to our page, and they click on it. And then you have page likes, whether they are organic or paid likes. So as you can see, it's all organic likes. None of it is actually paid. Paid meaning we don't pay them for likes. They see our post, they like our page. All right. So this is also some data which you can use. Okay. So this is your reach inside. So meaning when you post something on your page, it's the breakdown of the reach, meaning is it organic? So in the total reach, you can see how many people, reach means how many people saw it. All right, so you can see the breakdown of when it's organic and when it's paid. All right, so you can see when my organic is low, my paid goes up. When my organic is high, my paid goes down. So I told you it's like it has an inverse relationship. When Facebook detects that you have a good organic growth, they would automatically reduce your ads for you. All right, so this is some data that you can see. You can actually see how much your paid and your organic are basically. All right, it's all of these data is basically very, very straightforward. It's nothing, it's not confusing, it's not so complicated. If you see and you understand it, it's quite easy to use this data. All right, so next is the number of people who saw your post at least once. All right, so some people it can reach they can see it multiple times. This is people who saw it at least once. So I'll go on to the next slide. Okay, then you have your page views. So just now was reach, meaning how many the post reached. Now is page views. How many people actually clicked on your page? So you can see in this page views, it actually derives how they actually see your page. So do they see your page from home or posts or videos, groups, community? So you can see most of my page viewers, they basically come and see my home page first. Posts is next, videos are lesser, and then you have groups and community, which is almost not there. All right, and then they also have the breakdown of, they can see, you can see your page views, who viewed your page. You can see the breakdown by gender, by country, by city, and by device. So this is very important when in targeting. So when you're doing your Facebook ads in the future, you will know, let's say you have a 90% male audience. So you would try to reduce your focus on the female gender, or by country. If you suddenly can see a spike in these Indonesians seeing your post, then maybe you should target Indonesians then. All right, or if you're in Malaysia, which city you should target, everything is there. So again, it helps you narrow down when you choose your target audience in your ads. It helps you narrow down the target audience. So when you narrow down your target audience, your reach will be more successful, because you're not sending it to people. The probability of them in the smaller target audience to like your page or have an interest in your page would be higher. All right. So you can see the following breakdowns. So by gender, you can see, and by age. So you can see for this page, it's basically mostly males. There are a fair number of females, and most of them come from the 25 to 44 age range. All right. There's a fair number amount from 18. So when I do ads, I won't target the 55 and above. I won't target 17 and below. These are basically my market. If possible, if I have any immediate ones, I would try to create content for this type of people. Any promotion, I would target these people because these are my majority. All right. And then I can see by country, you should know Malaysia's obviously is Malaysia. And then you can see by city is basically I should target people in Kuala Lumpur more. And I surprisingly have even compared to Puchong, I have a larger audience in Penang. So now I know if I were to expand my programs, if I were to expand my programs to a different location, I know I should go to Klang and I should go to Penang compared to Malacca or other places. All right. And then this is by device. So you can see whether they come from computers or mobile devices. Most of them come through mobile devices. So I have to make sure my content which I'm producing is mobile friendly. My Facebook page is also mobile friendly so that it's easily accessible for these people. All right. Okay. So total actions on page. I told you actions on page does not mean your likes or anything. It's basically your get direction, website clicks, phone number clicks, and yeah, this is the total one. All right. So all right. So this you can see the breakdown of this. If you are a business with a physical location, this will be very, very important. So why would this be important is because when you see this, you can see actually how many people prefer to click on your website, or do people like to click on your phone number. So if people like to click on your website, make sure to put in a proper landing page. This is when you should customize your landing page to be very, very easy to understand and very, very convincing. So make sure to put if you see your landing page, maybe you can test out your landing page and you can analyze it here. So let's say I have my landing page version 1 and I put it here and I get very less website clicks compared to my landing page version 2, which has a larger number of website clicks. So you can see which landing page you would like to put. All right. Get direction, phone number, also pretty straightforward. All right. How many people actually clicked on it? Okay. So this is post insights. Okay. Let me just drink some water. Yeah. Okay. So this post insight. So what is post insight? Basically, based on your post, which can be a single post or all of your posts, what are the basically when people react to it or when people reach it, when people see it, Facebook compiles the data on that. So you can see when you make a post, when these are the 3 things you can get your data on. So you can see when are your fans online, when are your followers online. So you can see this is specific time zone. So make sure to adjust your time as well. So you can see at 3, 6, 9, this is in the morning, and then there's a sudden dip in it. So make sure not to post your post at 9 o'clock in the morning. Don't post the post at probably if 12 is here, maybe try to post at 3 when people are starting to see more. If you post after 6, that's the best time, right? Because most of your fans are online. And you can also see when are they online the most. So you can see on, you can see that most of my followers are online more on Friday. Saturday, there's a fall. Sunday, there's a slight rise, maybe because they would like to spend more time with their family. So for Siki, where it's an organization, we do a lot of business things. That is why weekdays we get more traffic compared to weekends. Weekend, they go to more leisure activities. So if you are in the leisure activity, you should see a spike in the Saturdays and Sundays. All right. So this again helps me. Okay. So if I want to post something, my fans are online most on Friday, so I should make sure to post on Friday at 6 p.m. This is how you do posting times also. So this is all strategies for you to maximize your how many people you reach and your engagement. So most people don't know this, and then they just simply post in the morning or in the afternoon. So these are basically the slight mistakes that most of them actually make. All right. Okay. So next is the breakdown of your post insights. Post types. So this shows that how many people actually like which type of post. So you can see that most of them are highly engaging with video type of posts. Links are basically links to YouTube or an external link for registration or so on and so forth. This is second. Photos, they are less engaging, all right? But if I share a content with them, they are not very, very less engaging. You can see there's only one reaction and only 5 post clicks. So I would know next time I won't share any video. I will straight away post the video to my Facebook page. All right. Post more links, post more videos. Photos, you can see surprisingly, you would think that, oh, I'll post a photo, it should be very nice. People would like it. But actually not. The links itself can get more engagement. So this is the thing. You should stop all of you should stop thinking about what you think people would like. This type of data will give you evidence about what people actually like, and you should adjust yourself to produce this type of content rather than sticking to I know these people will like this one. So this is some things that people they're not stubborn, but basically they refuse to change and they don't want to accept the trends lah, basically. All right. Okay. Then next you can see the post insights as well. So like in the overview page, it only showed the 5 recent ones, but in the post insights, you can see everything. So you can see whether if you view your promotion, you can see your ad performance, all right? This one will be covered in the advanced class, how you can actually do your promotion or how you're going to analyze your promotion. And there's also, if you are doing a sale on a product, you can actually see how much revenue you're getting from running that ad. So all of this will be covered in the advanced class. But for now, we are going to the basics, which would be, you can see how many organic reach and how many paid reach. So if you see if your organic is falling, try to go for paid ones, all right? And you can see your engagement. So even though this one has less reach, you can see on 10th of May, even though this one has less reach, this one has more engagement. So you know this is the content that my followers like over this. All right. So yeah, this is how you derive all of this data and help with your content engineering. Okay, next is your people insights. People insights tell you about the people who are engaging with your page. All right, so you can see the gender and also the age. Just now we had seen before. That one was just an overview. All right, so this is your fans, meaning your people who like your page. So this is like, followers, reached, and engaged, which is all different things. All right, so your fans means people who like your page. So people who like my page, 75% are men, 24% are women, and they are mostly in this age. So I would try to, if I'm doing any more seminars, if you're doing any more seminars or programs in the future, we should create content for this group of people, right? So you can see which country they are from, which city, and also which language they use. So most of them can speak English, so it shouldn't be a problem with and yeah, all right. And they speak Tamil, of course, because we are Sikhi, so most of them speak Tamil. And then this is your followers. So it's slightly different but similar data, right? It should show almost similar results. So we have people from Malaysia, Singapore, India, from Kuala Lumpur, Petaling Jaya, and Klang, Johor Bahru. And then the same language also. So if you are maybe running something else, maybe like an Indian, it all should be similar basically. All right. It's just, so these are basically for you to again, whatever content or post, or if you're running a promotion, this is how you choose for whom is the best. All right. Okay. Next is your post people reached, meaning when you do a post, it reaches a few people, right? So this shows how many people it reaches. So 67% are men, 33% are women. But if you can compare it to people who engage it, 71% are men, women are 27%, which is a lesser proportion for the women. So you can see that women are less engaging. So in my future promotion or ads, I know I should target, not target, but like reduce my priority on women. All right. Or if I were to go against this notion, I would say that if I want to increase women engagement, then I would create new programs to target this woman, and I would test out this program. So let's say in the future, I want to get more women to come and join us in Siki, right? I would test out these different promotions, different posts and everything, and I would see which post you can see in the post insights which reaches women when it reaches and how many people it engage. So if there is a rise in the woman engagement, with women engaging with the post, that means that those are the type of content that woman likes, and then I would try to increase more, produce more of that type of content. All right. Okay, so that is, you also have some other things with you have the messaging insights and all of that, event insights, but that is less important for you now. These are basically the most important ones for you to, let's say when you're going to run a Facebook ad in the future, these are the ones that you have to monitor to see your performance. All right. So next we'll go to Instagram analytics. So which means that you should have your Instagram open right now, and I'll show you how are you going to analyze your the people coming through your Instagram. All right. Also very similar. I think this was only introduced in 2018. Because Facebook and Instagram are basically under the same company. All the details are also pretty repetitive. Same followers, same posts. Analytics is very simple. So you can see for Instagram analytics, this is basically your overall Instagram account. This is how you see the analytics. So you can click here, or if you have the updated version of Instagram, you would have the insights button here in between these two. All right. So you can click here, or you can, this is the not updated one. So you can click on that, and this should be the top. So you can see the changes in the number of followers in the past few days. And then you can see the number of posts, how many posts you have made. So this is not that important, but if you are really focused in building your number of followers, then this would be very important for you. And then you have this basically content analytics. All right, so you can see how many people, how many impressions have been made, and when are these made. So you can see that Saturday, Sunday there's a lot, Tuesday there's a peak, and then Thursday there's also a peak, Wednesday is very less. So it really depends on your nature, what type of business you are doing, whether if it's leisure or is it corporate. Your impressions will change, all right, on the day, the timing. Okay, next is Instagram analytics, which is on activity. So when you press the Instagram, if I showed you just now, this Instagram analytics, right, you would have 3 columns. So the first column is the content column. So the following column is the activity column, meaning how many people actually engaged with your account. So you can see that it reached, and the impression means how many people actually somewhat reacted, or they actually double tap or something like that. Okay. And then this is also part of the next one is the audience one. So you can also see the breakdown of your audience, audience growth. You can see their location, their gender, and also when are they. This one gives you also when, based on the hours and days, meaning let's say on Thursdays, they are mostly active on at 12 p.m. or 9 p.m. So this is their peak hours. So if you are deciding to post on, depending on the day itself, they show you the peak hours. Yeah. So this is also very helpful if you are doing a post today. I want to see today Friday, what is the peak hour? Okay, then you can choose the suitable time. Okay, then next is the post insights. So Instagram, you have 3 places where you can see the analytics. First would be at the home page itself, at your account page where you can press insights. Second, you can see a post insights at your post itself. All right, so if you click on this post insights, this would be the first 2 things. These are the 2 things that would be visible for you, meaning you can see how many likes you've got, comments, and also how many people saved your post for future reference, meaning they added it to their collection. All right, how many actions were taken and how many profile visits, meaning because in the Instagram class that I did before, right, I told you all have the possibility. The benefit of Instagram is that you all have the possibility to make your page land in the explore page. So you can see from this post, we have 24 people coming in to your profile visits, which means that this can be from, let's say they scroll through their feed and they click on your account, or they can see from your explore page. So you can see there are 2 new follows, which means that these 2 new people were not from your home page, because if people see it from their home page, it means that they followed you. So this definitely means that they found you through their explore page or somebody shared it to them. All right, then you have reach. All right, so you can see how many percent of people weren't actually following you. So this can be from hashtags or from others, meaning when you land into the explore page. All right, so you can also see basically the impression, meaning how many people saw it, and then you can see how many people saw it from your home page, how many people saw it from their home page, meaning their own people's own home page, and then how many people came to your profile and saw it. All right, and then you have hashtags and also the explore page. Okay, then you have the third one is story analytics in Instagram. So story analytics is basically this is the third place where you can see your analytics. So stories, Instagram has the story feature. So this is not really can we have your mic muted? Okay, so this is basically you can see how many people who viewed your story, and if you have archive, meaning if you don't delete your stories actually go to your archive. So you can see actually your trend, meaning which type of post has more people seeing, and also which, if your stories are falling, which means that people are less engaging with your Instagram account already. It's not popping up first for them. All right, which means that you could be posting it at the wrong time, meaning you're posting it too late for them. You're not posting it when your fans are not online. You're posting when it's not online. That's why your trend is falling. All right, so these are basically the 3 Instagram analytics that you can. It's all a lot for you to understand within 1 hour. It's even a lot for me to explain within 1 hour. But once again, I will send you the slides, go through it, and once you have done with this, go open your Facebook page, go through the slides, and also go through your page insights at the same time as well. So if you see anything good, then good for you. If you see any green performance, then it's good for you. So the overall target for you in knowing these insights is basically to keep everything green. Make sure it's constantly growing. All right. So I'm just going to summarize everything on why this data is important. Number 1, rethink your target audience. I told you some people just have this perception in mind. So I think that for my business, these are the people I should target. No, your opinion doesn't matter. You see your data and you adapt your data. All right. So this would make you, if you have a wrong idea on your target audience, your analytics will show you which one is the right one. All right. Do what works and ditch what doesn't. So if you are good in images, meaning posting photos, but what your clients want are videos, then why are you doing photos? Do videos more. It may be difficult for you, but all hard things reward well, right? Schedule your post at the best times. Don't post it at the wrong time. Post it when your followers and fans are at the max online lah. All right. Optimize your page for the preferred action. Like I told you, if they want to click on your website, all right, or if they want to send you an email, or if they want to shop you, make sure to change your buttons to shop button, or make sure to put in the correct landing page on your website. All right, and check back often, because this is also very important, because your analytics, your trend will not stay the same forever. Always check. There can be a change in your audience. There can be a change in what they like. So always review and compare your performance now, past, and what do you expect in the future. So this is also very important. All right. So if you have any questions, you can drop it down in the chat box, because this is the end of my slides. All right. All right, so do you all have any more questions? Let me check the chat. Or did you have face any problems with your Instagram account or your Facebook page? Were there any problems? Okay, so I see that there's none. Okay, so I'll just make this announcement. So next, we will be holding our advanced training on 30th and 31st of May. The registration link would be posted tomorrow, because some people are not online right now. So I will make it fair for everyone, and I'll send you the register. I'm making the announcement now. You guys can register tomorrow, because these seats are only limited to 15%. All right, it would be on a Saturday and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Lunch and tea time would be provided. All right, and this would be at Signature KL Central Hotel. All right, all the details will be sent later in the registration link. But yeah, just bear in mind that there are only 15 slots available, because we want to maintain the social distancing when we are holding this workshop. All right, and the charges for this seminar would basically be 200 per pax. 200 per pax. And what you'll be learning would basically be your Facebook ads. How are you going to set up your business manager? How are you going to do, how are you going to review your ad performance? How are you going to compare your ad expenses to your revenue? And what type of campaigning, what type of content engineering are you going to do? How are you going to do all of this content engineering? So basically, it's all the marketing aspect of digital marketing, all right? So if you are interested in learning all of this, only limited slots are available. I will send in the registration link tomorrow. All right. I'll tell the time, what time I'll post the link as well in the WhatsApp group chat later. So make sure everyone is in the WhatsApp group chat, yeah? So is there any more questions? Okay. There is no questions. So should we end the live now? So
Yash, can I add some things?
yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yash, thanks a lot for coping up for next for 3 classes. So, okay, everyone, my name is Tarchana, the Secretary General of Selangor Indian Chamber. You have seen my face multiple times. AIM. So Yash has mentioned that we are doing classes 30th and 31st, 15 packs class, a very small class. We don't want a huge crowd, but we will be breaking into two. 15 packs will be trained first. We'll make sure we'll be able to turn you into an e-commerce entrepreneur. As Yash said, we're going to teach you more detailed breakdown how to create ad and how to perform it. At the end of our master class, which is on 31st, we will make sure you'll be able to sell something. If you have a product, if you're a product owner, brand owner, this will be a very good platform for you to come in to learn. Apart from that, it's a first come, first serve kind of basis. So we really hope you'll register as soon as possible. As Yash said earlier, what you're going to learn in these 2 days might really help you to get enhanced knowledge on e-commerce. So we really hope to see everyone. If you have more questions, please just drop in the chat box or follow our Facebook and Instagram. You'll get to know more updates on all our programs. Thank you, everyone. Yash, thanks.
All right, thanks. So I'll just wrap up the session here. Okay, okay, Miss Mohana. Okay, I'll take it down again, 019 2997804. Okay, so if this is it, we'll just wrap the class here. All right, thank you very much, and I'll see you all in the advanced class here. Thank you very much.